Hi, this is Tracy from GiftBasketappeal, and today we're going to be making a really pretty and simple burlap wreath. So let's get started. I'm going to be using this floral foam, and it's 9.8 inches, and I got it from Dollar Tree. I'm going to be covering it with this burlap ribbon. It's 9 feet long, and so I'm just going to be wrapping it around the foam. And then we're going to add this embellishment to it. I made this embellishment in a previous video. I will post that video below, but this is going to be super cute to enhance our wreath. I've done a similar type of wreath before with the burlap, but I've never done one for spring. So I'm just going to unravel all of my burlap just to make it a lot easier. And the nice thing is that you can do it in whatever color you want. And sometimes I see a lot of the burlap ribbon at the Dollar Tree, but no one is picking it up. So I usually get it if I see it. So I don't know if it's just my Dollar Tree or what. So the first thing you're going to do is I'm just going to add some hot glue, and I'm putting this on here at an angle because I'm going to be kind of wrapping it around and working my way through. So sometimes what I do is also put one of these straight pins on there just to hold it in place, and then later I can go and take it out. So that helps me to pull it tight. But the glitter, actually the glue should work really well. Okay, so all I'm doing is kind of winding this through. And then I'm just placing it right near the edge so it covers up all of the green. Just putting it right on there, putting everything through. So it's basically a continuous motion as you work through. So I try to line it all up together. I don't overlap much on there, but just enough to cover up that green. And I'm just pulling it tight as I go along. And that's what it looks like in the back. And if you need to stop and kind of readjust, you can. I'm really only concerned about how that front looks and whether it's covered up real good. And this is one of those wreaths that can be used for spring or summer. Or if you want to decorate somewhere inside your home, it will look really nice. Okay, so just about halfway done already. So I'm going to go ahead and before I get done with this, I'm going to go and show you what it looks like. Okay, so I'm almost done covering it, and what I'm doing is just pulling it to the back there, and I'm just going to remove my pin so it should be pretty much stuck on there. And then I'm just going to pull it over one more time. And I want to make sure when I cut this that I cut it in the back. And I still have a little bit of excess. That's good. You can always use some extra ribbon for another project. And so what I'm going to do is just put some hot glue right there. hold that down for a little bit and be careful that you don't burn yourself. And that's pretty much secure on there. Okay, and so this part is where I'm going to put my embellishment on, and the part up here is where I'm going to just, if you need to hang it, all I'm going to do is use a little piece of ribbon and some wire. So you always have that thin ribbon somewhere in my stash. Just make sure I've got that's going to be the part that's going to, where I'm going to have my embellishment, where I ended it. So I want to make sure that I hang it in the right spot. It's going to be right here. So all I'm doing is making myself a little loop there so I can hang this. And more than likely I'll be hanging it like on a wreath form. I'm sorry, not on a wreath form, but on a wreath hanger. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these little wires, and that wire came out of this. So if you ever have a bunch of these left over from your flower, the inside part is a wire. So you can take that wire out, just peel off this part right here, and you can actually use that because you can bend it into something else. So those little wires that are on those flower stems, I'm just going to bend it like this. Get it a little bit shorter. And so I'm going to make this part right at the top there. You want to make sure you have it in the right spot. And I'm just going to take this and push it in. And it's nice because it's just like a little push pin in it, and it can pierce the foam really good. And so that's going to be my hanger. That's going to be the loop for my hanger. And so if I need to, I can always cut it down even more. Okay, I'm going to just secure it a little bit more. Put some hot glue there. And just put a little bit of hot glue right in that little tip right there, so it's laying flat. So it all depends on how you're going to hang it. So I'm going to be hanging it like that, so I want that to dry a little bit more. And so you have a loop. And I'm just going to cut this little bit off here. Okay, and so now we get to work with our front part here. And so on that part, I'm going to hang this adorable bow. I'm going to attach it right here. And look how cute that looks. Just as soon as I get it in the right spot that I want it, let me see if I can make sure that I can see. So it just depends. I could have it at the top here if I want, which would be really cute too. Decisions. What about right across like that? That would be different. So I don't see many wreaths that look like that. And this particular one, I have some chenille stem that's holding everything together. And you'll see that if you watch that video. So this is not going to go all the way around. So either I can take another chenille stem and just push it through the back of this. There's like a space in there. And then really get a secure fix to this. Just give it a twist and fix it securely on here. Just going to twist that a little bit. So there's so many different ways to attach it. No one's going to see the back. So I could either come crossway like this, off to the side. I can do it on the top here. You just have to decide. I don't know. Post below where you would put it. I'm going to put it off to the side. And to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just hot glue mine on there. So that's the other option, is to just hot glue it. I'm just going to just wind this around here so that it's really secure on there. So I was just using this to attach my bow and everything together. But this is so pretty and so easy to make. So watch that video if you haven't done so yet. And I have a feeling I'm going to be making more of these. Just have that feeling. So I'm just going to place this right on there. And then I'm going to go back and fix my flowers and stuff. And my bow. Okay. And like I said, if you don't feel like it's secure enough, you can always put another chenille stem through there and just fix it on there. Just wrap it all the way around. I'm just going to go back and kind of clean this up a little bit. I am really liking the way this looks. And all I'm doing is making sure that everything is secure on there. And also, if you have like straight pins, like push pins, I'd probably use some that are longer than this one. You could also push some of the pins in there to secure it also. So that's just another option. Just do what works for you and whatever you have in your stash. And so if you want, you can add more flowers to it around here. You can add flowers around the side there. Let me just show you. So if I wanted to add in more flowers, I'm just going to cut away some of these. I have a bouquet here. If you want to get rid of some of those flowers that you just have sitting in your stash, you can put more flowers in here. You can just kind of stick more flowers in there and just really have a nice, really pretty bouquet. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So put a little bit of hot glue on that. Push it right up in there. And so now you've added another flower in there. If you want to come around this side, just so it'll be balanced. Sometimes you just make this stuff up as you go along, and it's so fun. I'm going to stick that one in here. Actually, I need to put that in a little bit more. Make sure my ribbon is out there. I'm wanting that to stick just a little bit more in there so everything is nice and condensed. Okay, and so our spring wreath is all done. And the nice thing is these can actually bend. So if you want it to kind of curve up, you can have it curve a little bit. A lot of these do bend. So let me know what you would do. Would you put it at the top? I thought it looked really nice at the top. You could put it at the bottom. You could put it right in the middle. Or you could just leave it like this. I hope this inspired you to make your own wreath. There's so many ideas out there. There's so many different ways to make a wreath. You can mix it up and coordinate it however you want the colors to look. So just have fun with it. Thanks for joining me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe and like this video. Bye.